Okay, good evening students. Myself Kanhaiya Jha and here I am on the channel Kanhaiya Physics. I am continuing the chapter gravitation and this is the last topic of gravitation, that is Kepler's law of planetary motion. Kepler was a famous scientist and he gave three laws: Kepler's first law, Kepler's second law and Kepler's third law. I will take it one by one. First I will take what was the Kepler's first law. Kepler's first law is also known as law of orbit. Law of orbit means what he said. He said that all planets will move in an elliptical orbit. Now the first question is coming, that what is the meaning of elliptical orbit? Elliptical orbit means what? You all know that what is circle, right? Circle looks like this. There will be a center and this one will be the radius and this one will be the circle. In circle radius is constant every time, right? And if suppose this radius will be 2 cm, this will be also 2 cm, this will be also, this distance will be 2 cm. So radius is fixed in the circle. But in the ellipse, this is not happening. In class 11, there is a chapter that is circle in coordinate geometry, class 11 math. And the circle equation there you will learn that this is x square plus y square is equal to a square. This is the equation of a circle. This is the equation of a circle. But here we have to understand something about ellipse. That what is ellipse? Actually, in circle there is how many center? Only one center. But in ellipse there is two center. And you can say actually not two center, two focus. This is known as focus. So this is known as F1 and F2. So how many focus is there? F means what? F is focus of the ellipse. What is this? Focus of the ellipse. If you have mathematics now, then you will understand. Mathematics teacher will explain all the things. Clear? So there will be two focus of ellipse and this type of path is known as elliptical path. In this type of path you can see that how we will make this path. First how we will make this path. So इसे बनाने के लिए what I will say, suppose that this is the first center, this is the second center. Understand it like this. And then what I will do, I will take a string. हम क्या करेंगे, कोई भी rope लेंगे या धागा लेंगे and then I will tie it like this. Come here, I will tie it. Okay, and then from here, what I will do, I will see like this. One center, another center. I will fix this two. Then what I will do, वहां से there will be a row, there will be a, you can say that this is what? This is row or you can say this is escape. Clear? So I will tie this like this. I will tie one end of the rope here and I will tie one end of the rope here and then there will be a third thing. So I will tie the rope here also and then I will rotate it like this. So when I will rotate it, you can notice that here, when this will come here, then this rope length will increase and this will decrease, right? This can come here also, that when this will come here, then this figure will be like this. Clear? Actually what is happening, when this is laced, you can see, when this rope length is laced, then this rope length is high. Clear? For example, suppose here, this rope length is laced and this rope length is high. So this, here radius is constant? No, here it is changing. So the path that I will get, that path will look like this. Actually this is an elliptical path. ये कौन सा path है? Elliptical path. So in the ellipse there will be how many focus? There will be two focus. How many focus will be there? Inside the ellipse there will be two focus. Clear? So this path is what? This path is known as elliptical path and there will be how many focus? One focus will be here, F1 and one focus will be here, F2. Now what is the law? Try to understand this one. The law is like this, that all planets will move in an elliptical orbit and sun will remain at one focus. So all the planets will move in an elliptical orbit. So this orbit is which orbit? This orbit is elliptical orbit. Elliptical orbit means this is in the form of ellipse. That's why this is known as elliptical orbit. Clear? And sun will remain at one focus of ellipse. So sun can be at any focus, either on F1 or on F2. Let's suppose that if the sun is here, the sun is here. So suppose that sun is here. Clear? Let's say this is our sun. This is our sun. So sun is here. So this will move like this now. Or understand like this. One will become R1 and one will become R2. So can we say that R1 plus R2 will be always constant? R1 plus R2 will be always constant. Why? Why this will be constant? Because as this R1 is more, and when this will come here, then this length will increase and this length will decrease. So sometimes this length will increase, sometimes this length will increase, but this will be always constant. For example, suppose that if this will be 2 cm and this will be 10 cm, then total will be how much? 12 cm. That means what is the length of block? 12 cm. And here this will be 10 cm and this will be 2 cm. Again, that is how much? 12 cm. Clear? So what we have to understand here that all the planets will move in an elliptical orbit. All the planets will move not in the circular orbit, in the elliptical orbit, and sun will be at any one focus of the ellipse. Where we put the sun will present at any one focus of the ellipse. Now we will understand the second law. First, take it fastly. So now we will understand which law? We will understand the second law. So try to understand the Kepler's second law. Second law is also known as law of area. Law of area. And what is law of area? Write it. The line that joins any planet to the sun sweeps equal area in equal interval of time. What is the meaning of this? First try to understand this law. What is the meaning of this? Try to understand this. Suppose that this is elliptical orbit. So in the ellipse, how many focus will be there? 2 focus, F1 and F2, and sun will be at any one focus. So let's say that here is the sun. Clear? So let's say this is the sun. What is given here in this law? What is given that the line that joins any planet to the sun. For example, suppose that there is a planet. So any line that joins any planet to the sun sweeps equal area in equal interval of time. What is the meaning of this? Try to understand. Suppose this thing. Suppose there is a planet here. Let's say this is a planet. So this planet will keep moving in this orbit. This planet will keep moving in this elliptical orbit, right? Now if I will give some time to this planet, let's suppose that if I will give 30 days time. If suppose I will give 30 days time to this planet. So in 30 days time this planet will move by some distance, right? So in 30 days time this planet will move by some distance. So let's say that in 30 days means how much hour? 30 into 24. So in 30 days this will come from here to here. Let's say in 30 days this will come from here to here. So when this will come from here to here, then it will sweep some area. This planet will sweep some area. Can you see this area? So this planet is covering how much area? This planet is covering this much area. In how much days? In 30 days, this planet is covering this much area. Clear? And now understand this one. That now suppose that this planet will come here. And now again I will give 30 days time to this planet. Again I will give how much time? Let's say I will give 30 days time to this planet. Let's say this planet is here and I am giving equal time. How much time? And how much day I am giving? 30 to this planet, so I will give equal time to this planet also, 30 days. So in 30 days, what will happen? That means suppose that this planet is here at this position. So after 30 days, what will happen? This planet will move by some distance. Let's say this planet is moving from here to here. Then this planet will be where? This planet will be here, right? So this planet will also cover some area. This planet will also sweep some area. Sweep means what? Sweep means this planet will go like this. Sweep means आप लोग देखें जैसे झाड़ू देते हैं ना, तो वो स्वीप उसी को बोलते हैं स्वीप. So this planet will sweep how much area? This much area. Let's say कि ये planet, this planet is close to the sun ना, this planet is close to the sun. तो ये planet कुछ area sweep करेगा, कितना area? Let's say this area is equal to A1. Let's say this area is how much? This area. Can you see this area? This area is A1. So this area will be A2. And here what will happen? That if I will give equal time to both. अगर मैं दोनों को क्या करूंगा? Equal time दूंगा, तो ये दोनों equal area sweep करेगा. That means in equal time this will sweep equal area. That means A1 will be equal to A2. तो ये कब होगा? When the planet will be at farthest, when the planet will be at some more distance from the sun, then it will move slowly. And when the planet will be near to the sun, then it will move fastly. Then it will move fastly. Then only it can cover equal area. जैसे अगर हम सोचे कि कोई भी planet equal area sweep कब करेगा? When this planet distance from the sun is more. With respect to this planet is closer to the sun. So this planet distance from the sun is more. So this will sweep equal area. So this will move slowly. This will move slowly, and this will move fastly. Why? Because this area should be equal to this area. That is the second law. The line that joins any planet to the sun sweeps equal area in equal interval of time. That means if I will give equal time to both, then it will sweep equal area. So if I will give equal time means 30 days, 30 days. Just as an example, I am taking 30 days. You can take 1 hour also. In 1 hour, let's say this will cover 2 meters per area. Then in 1 hour, this will also cover 2 meters per area. Clear? क्लियर. यहां से हम लोग एक और कंक्लूजन निकालते हैं. क्या? द कंक्लूजन इज दैट दिस लॉ comes from observation. This law comes from observation. And what was the observation? Observation was, this law comes from observation, that the planet which is closer moves faster. The planet which is closer moves faster, and the planet which is at some more distance will move slower. तो जो planet पास में है वो fast move करेगा, and the planet which is at more distance that will move slowly. तो जो पास में है that will move fastly, और जो दूर में है planet that will move slowly. Clear? So that it. That means can we say that V is inversely proportional to R? R means what? Distance. That means if the distance of planet will increase, see this distance, the distance of planet from the sun is more here, and the distance of planet from the sun is less here. So if the distance will increase, then velocity will decrease. As distance is more, as distance of planet from the sun is more, that's why it will move slowly. And as distance of planet from the sun is less, that's why it will move fastly. So what we will say that here V is inversely proportional to R. That means if the distance of planet from the sun will increase, then velocity of the planet will decrease. And if the distance of planet from the sun will be less, then planet will move fastly. Clear? Is that it? Now we will discuss the third law. that third law, that is also known as law of time. Law of time, because this law will give us information about time. For different planet, for different planet, for different planet in motion, a square of time period is directly proportional to the cube of distance. If you will remember, in the lecture I told you that t square is directly proportional to r cube. A square of time period is directly proportional to cube of distance. The square period of time period is directly proportional to cube of distance. This is actually third law. So what is the meaning that a square of time period is directly proportional to cube of distance? Suppose that this is the ellipse. Clear? So sun will be here. This will be sun. Sun will be here. Sun will be here. So sun will be here. So planet will move now. So let's say one planet is moving in this orbit and other planet is moving in this orbit. So if one planet is moving in this orbit, so if this planet is moving in this orbit, so this planet will take some time. Let's say this planet distance from sun is r1, and let's say there is another planet here, and this planet, let's say this is planet 1, let's say this is planet first, and let's say that this is planet second. So there is two planets, this is planet second, this is planet first. So let's say the planet first distance from the sun is r1, and let's say planet second distance from the sun is r2. Let's say planet 1 is taking t1 time. The time period of first planet is t1, and the time period of second planet is, let's say, t2. So what is the meaning of time period? Time period means time taken by the planet in completing one revolution. So let's say time taken by the planet in completing one revolution in this orbit is t1, and let's say time taken by the second planet in completing one revolution in this orbit is t2. So what is the law? The law is t square is directly proportional to r2. That means you can say that t2 square by t1 square is equal to r2 का cube divided by r1 का cube. That means time is directly proportional to radius. Time is directly proportional to distance. You can't say radius. What is r? R is the distance of planet from sun. R is the distance of planet from the sun. Or you can write both different planet in motion. A square of time period is directly proportional to cube of distance of planet from the sun. Distance of planet from the sun. Clear? So how they will give you question? They will give you question like this. That they will give you that time period of first planet is this one. This distance of second planet from the sun is this much, and distance of first planet from the sun is this much. Calculate the time period of first planet. Then it will give you any three quantity in this, and you have to find the first quantity. Can you find? Yes, that will be an easy question. So what is the third law? That for different planet in motion, a square of time period is directly proportional to cube of distance of planet from the sun. Is it clear? So what is the first law? Tell me firstly. The first law is that all the planet is moving in an elliptical orbit and sun will be at one focus. What is the second law? Equal time में कोई भी planet equal area sweep करेगा. That means when you will give equal time interval to any planet, it will sweep equal area in equal interval of time, right? What is the third law? Third law is for different planet in motion, a square of the time period is directly proportional to cube of the distance of planet from the sun. Is it clear? So this is the first law, second law, and third law of the Kepler. So prepare it because they are asking this law in both examination, that Yang-3 law of Kepler, and this type of question will come in JEE main exam or NEET exam also. Thank you. Keep watching. Please like, subscribe and share the video. Thank you.